Greetings, YouTube. Representative Vicky Hartzler of Missouri begged members of the House to vote against the Bipartisan Respect for Marriage Act. This woman stood there and, in tears, begged her fellow members of Congress to vote against an act that would declare interracial marriage and same-sex marriage to be of equal value to uh, opposite-sex marriages we currently have, heterosexual marriage. This is a woman that actually has a gay nephew who has spoken out on social media against his aunt. She's well aware of the fact that he's gay. Doesn't seem to care. Even if it's in her own house, she's willing to spread the hate. She's willing to declare that this is somehow an attack against her religious freedoms. Now, I know that when you become a member of Congress, you are required to swear on something, and occasionally people will choose the Constitution. But as part of that oath, they are required to actually declare they will defend the Constitution. That's part of their job, to defend the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. It's that simple. If they don't say yes to that, they don't get to be Congress people. They don't get to be a member of that august assembly. And I'm hoping that means that she's read the First Amendment. I mean, it's the first one. Okay, maybe you don't want to read all of them. Okay, maybe that's a little bit too much. But it's the first one where it says that the government cannot establish religion, which means it cannot show favoritism towards any particular religion, and it cannot impose sectarian religious values or traditions upon a secular society, which is what we have in America, a secular society. This is not a Christian nation. This is a secular nation. Even if Christianity does happen to be the most dominant faith, it doesn't mean that it is the faith that runs the government, contrary to what the GOP will tell you, and contrary to what a lot of Americans seem to think. And when you have a grown adult standing up there on camera, weeping over the concept that her fellow Americans will be able to get married because they love their partner, if their partner happens to be of a different ethnicity, or the person happens to be of the same gender, or heaven forbid, the same gender and a different ethnicity, it is depressing, it is sad, and it is enraging. Because this is a person who has been put into office to represent everyone in that part of Missouri. They're there to defend all Missourians. I believe that's what they call them. And she's obviously not. She's not supporting and addressing and representing all Missourians, now is she? She's just representing the ones that she likes, the ones that she identifies with. I'd hate to be a black person in Missouri, because I get the feeling that she doesn't represent them either. Because, she is a part of the white nationalist political party. They really should just call the GOP the WNP, the White Nationalist Party. It would save a lot of confusion. But though, she stood up there and begged people to be cruel and heartless and discriminatory to their fellow Americans, just because they have the power to do it. And that's evil. Plain and simple. That isn't just anti-woke. That's just evil.